Hi Tumblrers! Nothing better than an awkward way to start a video. Today's video is going to be all about how... Oscar, could you cool it on the snoring, please? Good. Today's video is going to be all about how to deal with fighting and arguing when you are in a long-distance relationship. As we all know, as you probably know, it is extremely hard to... Oh my god, this dog. It's extremely hard to deal with fighting and arguing when you are... One more time, Oscar. One more time. When you are miles and miles apart, because no one wants to fight over text message, no one wants to fight over the phone, and no one wants to fight on video chat. It's hard, it's awful, and it's sad, right? These are just the ways that I think you can deal with fighting and arguing when you are apart. Ways to actually do it, and just solutions on how to loosen the tension and, avoid prolonging the fight, I guess. The first thing I say is, if you're having a fight, try to stay away from text message because you lose all context. All context goes out the door if you don't have the right punctuation. If you start using capitals, it comes off like you're screaming, even if you're just emphasizing. You just don't know how someone is saying something and you don't know what they really mean. So try to avoid text message. It will just infuriate you. It will frustrate you. It probably will lengthen the fight and it's just not necessary. So avoid text. If you can, try to be on the phone or preferably on video chat. I stick to video chat. It sounds like I'm so calm when I'm having an argument that I can just be like, oh, hey, let's stop the argument and switch to video chat. But usually, I can, I guess, because I personally hate text, and I think nothing works that way. And if you start like getting really hyped up and all you're doing is like capital texting, it infuriates you. So get on video chat, I personally think. Look at the person and see how they're saying the things that they're saying and see how they, hear how they sound when they're saying what they're saying. And I think that will help you avoid feeling that they mean something else, and it will avoid yelling at them when they mean what you thought they meant and stuff like that. So it just avoids like so much trouble and so much more arguing. So stick to video chat, I think. In general, I think it's really important if you learn to say you're sorry. No matter if you think you were wrong in the situation, no matter if you were wrong in the situation, no matter if you weren't wrong. I think it's really important, no matter if you're long distance or not, to say sorry. And you don't have to say that you're sorry you did what you did or said what you said if you don't think you were wrong, but it's important to say, I'm sorry that we're fighting, I'm sorry that you're mad, and I'm sorry if I upset you. Because no matter if you were wrong or not, it's important that you let them know that you don't like what's happening and that, you wish they weren't so upset. Another important line is, I understand what you're saying, here's what I'm saying. So let them know that you understand where they're coming from, even if you don't agree, and then try to start saying what you mean. Often people will go like, I hear you, and I hear you, what does that mean? Yeah, I know you hear me, you're right there, but that doesn't mean you understand me, that doesn't mean you get where I'm coming from, so don't say you hear them. It's so infuriating. My mom does that, not Ross. If you don't agree, just try to say that you understand where they're coming from, but here's what I think. It's important that you try to get on the same page. Say sorry, say that you understand, and just try to be calm about it. The other thing that's really, really important when you're in long distance, especially, is try not to go to bed on the fight, okay? Whether you actually end the fight, like you conclude something, or if you're just saying, sorry, let's go to bed and let's talk about it tomorrow, just make sure you end on some kind of note. Because if you end where someone's like, oh, fuck you, how do people fight? Screw you, I'm going to bed. And then they're like, screw you, me too. You didn't end anything. They're going to bed angry, they're going to bed angry, no one's falling asleep for like 3 hours because they're thinking about it, and you're gonna wake up with tension. So even if you don't actually conclude on like an agreement or anything, just try to end it where you say something like, I'm sorry we're fighting. Let's please talk tomorrow. Have a good night. Love you. Just try to end it nicely, whether you've solved it or not, okay? It's very important. My dad always says never go to bed angry. So at least you're a little bit less angry in this way. Because if you go to bed with a fight, look, no matter, something can happen and you'll regret it. You know, that's not the main reason, but you don't want to regret anything. So at least try to go to bed on a calmer note like that. And I guess it's like, those are the main things. I'm so out of breath. I don't think I've breathed in like 6 minutes. Breathed? Yes, I think I'm breathed. Imagine I just put a bun on my head right now. I'm gonna do it. This guy never goes away. I put up a ponytail, he hangs. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. There we go. Sure you... So to reiterate, make sure you stay off text, make sure you say sorry, make sure you tell them you understand where they're coming from, even if you don't agree, just so they feel like you actually are listening to them. And don't go to bed angry, okay? Don't go to bed angry, no matter if you've solved anything or not. Just try to go to bed on a neutral note. Sorry, let's talk tomorrow, love you, good night. It's so, so helpful. It leaves you less stress, it leaves them less stress, and you know what? Half the time you're fighting over nothing, so by the morning you might just wake up and be like, hey, good morning, love you, and there's nothing even to talk about because what you fought about was nothing. But on sort of like a related note, it's always important to say how you feel about anything. So if you're jealous, if you're upset over something, it's always important to talk about it, and it's important to talk about it not through text if you can. Because that's another one of those things where people might be completely not hearing how you're saying it, and they might take it in an offensive way. They might feel like you're being overly dramatic or rude. So if you're texting it, that's probably not the best. So like if you're jealous, call them up, video chat them, and just speak normally and just tell them how you feel and try to solve it that way, because text can just really be bad for all sorts of issues and problems. Unless it's like so tiny, then text is fine. But if you know it's like something you want to talk about, leave text out of it. You don't want to get anybody mad before they have to be mad, and aggressive or defensive before they have to be. So try to just have all sorts of issues on video chat or the phone, and it might avoid a problem altogether. It might avoid a fight altogether. So if you know you're going to have an issue that might lead to the fight, get off text, call them up, video chat them, send them a video message. Don't care, just don't leave it in text. Okay? I think that's about it. I need to breathe. That was the biggest thing when I was in acting school. They'd be like, Sophie, breathe. You're talking way too fast. Yes, so I think those are the things, right? So let's reiterate. Stay away from text when you're fighting or possibly on your way to a fight. Always say sorry. Always say that you understand where the person's coming from. Never go to bed mad at each other without saying sorry. It's really crucial and it's really important. Okay? All right? Half the time you end up having an argument long distance that you wouldn't even have in person because you're fighting over nothing. Because text goes out of context, or you didn't send the right emoji and all of a sudden you guys are in an argument. So just try to avoid that, you know? Keep it casual, guys. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Okay. Try not to fight. Be happy. Tell your loved ones you love them right now. Go. Tell them you love them right this second. All of you. Did you do it? Good. Bye.